Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and I've just received this through the post. Now, I'm pretty sure this is off Arrow, but I'll get it open and I'll find out what it is. I've got something really exciting to tell you about this, if it is this one. If it's not, I'll tell you on a different video. So, I've got, where's my manners? Nurse, scalpel. Yeah, I wouldn't care. The nurse was here before. She could have given me the scalpel, but didn't have the scalpel with us. So that's why I didn't do it. Yes, it is. It is from Arrow. Now, what I'm going to do this before this, I'm going to leave a link down below to a channel from Instagram called Brum Horror. And Paul and Rach, who do the Instagram channel Brum Horror, it's an amazing channel. Their collection is by far one of the best collections I've ever seen in my life. It's absolutely jaw-dropping. And what they've got on their link, I'll leave the link down to their channel. And when you go to their channel on Instagram, make sure you follow them as well because it's such a good channel. They do many reviews as well. Now, what they're going to do is in the future they're going to get a YouTube channel going, and I reckon it's going to be amazing, this channel. But at the moment they're doing it on Instagram. And what I did was, and what I've done is, when you go to their channel, they've got a link. If you follow the link, you go to Arrow, and when you go to Arrow, you can use their code, and you will get 10% off their order. I got 10% off my order on this one, which is great because this was from the Arrow sale. I've got a couple of things over there that I got from the Arrow sale in HMV as well, which I'll show. So these are all movies I've been after for quite a while. These were in the sale, and I thought brilliant, and I've got 10% off them in the sale. Now you can use this code in the sale. You can use it on the regular titles, but you can't use it on pre-orders. So you'll save yourself, I'll save yourself some money on this. So I want to thank Paul and Rach once again for having that link to their channel and using that code. And I urge anybody to get over because this code you can use at any time, as many times as you like. I've had Paul and Rach said it's all right for me to talk about this. So I'm just putting it out there to say save yourself some money and also go across to Paul and Rach's channel on Instagram. You have a great time. So what did I get? Well, actually, first thing I saw is this. Now, this box, it fits everything in it, obviously, and it haven't got much wriggle room, which is great. It's actually packed really well. Probably that's punctured, but never mind. It's better than usual from Arrow. That's what I'm going to say about that. Right. So first up, I'll go through these. What I'll do is I'll go away on the end of the video, as I always do. I'll go through them. I'll give you a bit of a heads up of what the picture quality is like or what this movie is about. So first up in here is The Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. What a title. There you go. Now, I was looking for this the other day in HMV, and I couldn't find it. Didn't have it one stock in HMV in Newcastle. And the reason why I wanted to get this is because I believe it's a giallo. It's by Luciano Ercoli, and it stars the amazing Dagmar Lassander. That was one of the reasons why I went to get this one, because I've heard it's a great movie of hers. And yes, so that's the one that I'm really excited about because I'm on a bit of a Dagmar Lassander kick at the moment. I haven't got many movies by her, but I'm trying to build up my collection of hers. And I heard about this one. I thought, well, I'll forget it. That's the first one. The Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. Try saying that after 20 pints. Next up is, now, I've been after this. I've been after this for such a long time. This is the story behind a 2000 AD comic. But the main reason I'm getting this for is because this is also to do with the people behind the amazing comic, Action Comic, who moved on to do 2000 AD. When 2000 AD came out, the first couple of issues, which I used to have, and I gave away to my friend, I cannot believe I did that. That was insane. I give him, I think, the first 10 copies, which are probably worth £1 billion now, but that wouldn't be what I'd be wanting them for. I'd want them for to read them because it was so readable. They were really gory as well, actually, 2000 AD, and the comic strip was amazing. But it's been high on my hit list for a long time, and now I've got it, and I can't wait to watch this because this is something I've been talked about. A lot of people have said, have you seen this documentary to do with this? It talks about Action Comics as well, so I'm all about that. So yeah, so that's Future Shock. Next up as well is After Midnight. Now, this one was the one that was on my radar from my good friend Lauren from Lauren's collection. And she talked about this quite highly. Now, as well, I've had a slipcover delivered to me from a long time ago. It's one of the first slipcovers I've got. And I will get the slipcover out and I will put it on here because I've been waiting for to see this one. I've never bumped this in the wild. Of course, it's on this sale, so I got it. Always been checking HMV, but I've never found it in HMV. So I'm gonna put the slip on. The slip's great as well. So that's After Midnight. And Lauren said that this is a really good kind of creepy thriller. Yep, so that'll do for me. Yep, After Midnight. And then and then next up is the Oh yes. Actually, I'm not saying I forgot about this one, but I forgot there was a special edition. Now, I'd seen this one a lot of times. Mill of the Stone Women, a film by Giorgio Ferroni, I think it is, or Peroni, Ferroni. I can't see that. I'll have to use that for a magnifying glass. Ferroni. Now, this has always been about 30 quid, and it's a lovely set, but I thought, I don't know if want it, I don't know if I'll like it enough to get this at 30 quid. It's a bit of a gamble, and I wasn't prepared to take that gamble, if you know what I mean. This will look amazing down there next to my other ones. But this in the sale was 15 quid, and you get a load of stuff in there. And yeah, so it's great to get these on sale because I can't believe this come down to 15 quid. I would imagine it's a one that not many people would buy or know about. It might not be that good, but the presentation of it is really nice, which made me say, I need to get this or check it out. But I'm not going to go for £30 in it if it might be something that's just not that good. Because sometimes Arrow's ones, when they put them out, you think, is that good? And sometimes it's a bit of a gamble. That's why when I'm going to gamble on something, I always try and get it in the sale. Never expected this to be in the sale, though. So that's Mill of the Stone Woman. Don't know too much about that one. And last up is that down there. And these have all come in great, Nick. Watch it pull this out and it's all over the place. Is Cold War Creatures. 4 films from Sam Katzman. This was one that I bumped into CX loads of times, but it's always been about 30, 40 quid. I'm thinking, I don't think so. Well, I'm thinking I don't think so, but I don't want to get something that could be rubbish. But usually these box sets are pretty decent. Now, the one that I wanted to get it for was a film called The Werewolf. Don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's actually a werewolf movie, but probably is. And I don't know too much about these ones. You get Creature with the Atom Brain. I like the sound of that one. The Werewolf. Zombies of Mora Tau and The Giant Claw. So they all sound like really good B movies. And I'm all about them, as you know. So yeah, so that's my stuff from Arrow that I got in this Arrow sale. And I want to thank Paul and Rach once again for helping me out with this. And I just can't, thank them enough. And do get yourself down to their amazing Instagram because it's like a 2 for 1 this week. You get your code. Can't even say it. You get your code and you also get the chance of looking at this fantastic collection that they've got. And obviously check out their mini reviews as well. Some of the stuff they pull off them shelves is just unbelievable. And they're such big fans of movies themselves. And it's good to have the thoughts. I would love to, well, Deborah does like movies. I'm not saying she doesn't. But I think Rach is more really into her movies as well because she does some of the reviews. So yeah, so thanks once again, Paul and Rach. And I will come back at the end of this video. I'll tell you a little bit about 10 seconds. I'll tell you exactly what I think of them ones and also show you 2 of the ones I got from HMV the other day. So, see you soon. The couple that I picked up the other day from HMV in the sale was Elvira. I've been after this one for such a long time. Obviously, I've missed the really nice slipcover in it and the booklet, but one of these days I might pick it up. I know there is a really nice steel book of it as well. Nice reversible art there. I was toying with the idea whether to put that on because I like that reversible art. I think that might have been the original cover or one of them. I remember I got this out of the video shop way back when, and I quite enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I've grown to like Elvira character a lot. I'm really surprised that she's never turned up in any Evil Dead movies. Just putting that out there because she's a big friend of everybody to do with Evil Dead. So a fun and quite ridiculous horror comedy, although Elvira is an amazing character. That's Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And also picked up Lover's Lane. That's got a beautiful slip-on embossing. So you'll see on the two screenshots I put up that this movie was shot in square frame, and also it's got a widescreen presentation. Now, if you see a movie that's for some reason, because this is a brand new film, I don't understand why they did that. Probably a reason to do with TV or something like that. Got a lovely booklet in here. So that's a reversible art there. And so yes, so I'll put the two screenshots on. You'll see that on the square frame, you get a lot more information you do when they do the widescreen version, because obviously they've got to blow it up and crop it as well to fit it onto the rectangular screen. And so that, for me, if you ever see a movie like this that's got a choice between watching the square frame or watching the widescreen one, watch the square frame because you see a lot more information. Don't know anything about this movie, but I love that slipcover. And it's, like I say, a brand new movie, looks intriguing. So that's Lover's Lane. So first up is the Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. There's no way I could remember that title. 2K restoration looks pretty good, I'll tell you that much. And I'm dying to see this movie because I'm a big fan of her, as I keep saying, and I just want to see some more movies that she's in, which has actually got there's a sort of Q&A with her now when she's talking. I know she should come from Germany. I'm trying to think where she comes from because I do mention it in here. But I can't remember that. Prague, that's it. She comes from Prague. So yeah, great actress. Highly recommend it. If you see her in any movies, do check out the movies because the movies that I've seen her in have all been great. So that's The Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion. Next up is Future Shock. I was really surprised to see this with its original booklet in here. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. It has got an alternative cover, which is quite good, but it's very busy. I don't know if I'd like the. I think I prefer this one. I think the artwork in there is much better. And I was flicking through it, and I did notice on the extras to do with this, there's an interview with Steve McManus. Now he was Action Man in the original Action comics. If you remember them comics, you remember Action Man. Can't wait to check this out. Looks so good. Obviously, it's amazing quality because it's a brand new documentary. It's been out a few years, but it's meant to be the zenith if you want to know about the early days of 2000 AD. So that's Future Shock. Next up is After Midnight. Now, when I went looking for the slipcover, I've got them written down to who has given me the slipcover. I thought it was another person, but the other person is going to get name check as well for some other reason. So the person who gave me the slipcover for this was my good friend Matt Chapman. And as you can see, here it is. Now, Matt Chapman sent this to me round about a year ago, and it's been waiting because actually, you always think, well, I'll just go down to CX and see this. And I just could not bump into this movie. Now I've got it. This slipcover just finishes it off really nicely. Lovely slipcover. And I've obviously done the alternative art there. Don't know anything about this movie apart from the recommendation from Lauren, from Lauren's collection. I just wish she would get back to making videos. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one day she will. And yeah, so this is an intriguing watch. And I do know that whenever Lauren has talked about movies, I've always enjoyed them. So that's a big thank you to Matt Chapman as well for that slip. Now, speaking of slips slash booklets, when I was looking for the slip who gave me this one, I thought it was somebody called as well because the two videos come out so quick, so close to each other. I thought it was Gary Watson. But I'm glad I did that when I looked through Gary Watson's stuff that he sent us. I noticed that he'd actually sent me the booklet to this movie, Kaltiki. So I put that in my set. So I want to thank Gary Watson once again. This is another one I've had for about a year. I've still got some slipcovers and some booklets from Arrow from being kindly sent to me. So I want to thank once again Matt Chapman and Gary Watson for supplying me the goodies to go with these movies. Next up is Mill of the Stone Women. This is a really nice set. I knew it was when I saw it on the shelves. Now this is back up to full price, £35. Wow. And that's for a Blu-ray. It's not even a 4K. If it's a 4K, I'd think, well, fair enough. But it's not a 4K, it's just a Blu-ray. So it's a really expensive like item, especially on Blu-ray. But when I've looked, it's got four different cuts of the movie on. So maybe that's why it's got all this there's extra money into it, but still, I think it's quite expensive for that. You get a poster as well. You get the new artwork and original artwork. I think I prefer this one actually. There's the alternative artwork. I like that actually, quite gaudy. I like that type of thing. You do get some art cards in here. Now the art cards are black and white, but the film is in colour. It's got this on the back of all of them. Now this movie came across as a real Gothic movie. It comes across like one of those Hammer movies you used to see in the Gothic style. And this movie has come out in the 60s, I believe. Not too sure about that. I know it's quite an early movie as well. Yeah, nice art cards then. So you get two discs, two Blu-rays. Yeah, it's a it's a good set. It's stacked up, and I'm intrigued to see it now with it being very Gothic. I'm all about that. I can't imagine it to be all that wild because it's it says that's a 15. I thought it was a 12. Oh yeah, 15. So yeah, lovely package. But with it being in the sale after all this time, I'm quite sure that the next time, if you want to get this one, just hang on to the next one because I'm pretty sure that this will come down around about the £20 mark. Actually, was it even 15? I think it was 15, something like that. I think it was anyway. But anyway, I know I had a massive, it's not worth 35, even though I think it's a really nice addition. But I'm so glad. Well, I wouldn't have paid 35 for it. I want to thank Paul and Rach once again for helping me out here. Do check out that link down below. You're going to love what you're going to see on the channel, and also you're going to love what you see when you get your 10% off every title. So last up is the Cold War Creatures box set. This is take the disc out there. This looks really good. It's one of those. I'll just show you them ones. Creature with the atom brain, the werewolf. That's the one I really want to watch. I don't know when these are from. I'm going to say 50s because they're all black. They're all black and white. Zombies of the Moratua. I think that's how they pronounce it. This is the best looking one out of these ones, the quality wise. And the last one is the Giant Claw. Yeah, so these are all PG apart from this one being a 12. I imagine this is the one that's the most frightening, as probably isn't frightening at all. It's got some good alternative artwork on here, which I will be swapping over actually. They're quite, there's a thing for deep red. Now I've got a card here somewhere for, in the other arrows, I've got a card for the werewolf, so I'll hunt that out and I'll put it in. Now, in the unlikely chance that my deep red doesn't have the card in, I'll be putting that into there. And this is the alternative artwork. They're all like that. I like that. I think I'm going to change them all around to that. The more of the time. I like this original artwork. It's a bit cheesy and a bit kitsch. So this set really looks like 50s B movies. Now the picture quality here is pretty good. It varies on some are better than others. Now all of them, apart from one of them, has got a Super 8 version of it on, and pretty low quality to say the least. I suppose it's on there. It's only the only runtime about 10 minutes to sort of condense the movie into 10 minutes for Super 8. It looks pretty rubbish, but if you want to have a check of that out, there's plenty of stuff in there. Got a lot of extras on here, and it's well worth a watch. Can't wait to get stuck into that. So that's my Arrow video haul for Shocktober 2023. Got some great titles on here, ones I've been holding out for a long time. I've been after for a long time, so really glad to get the discount code as well. So check out, like I say, that Instagram page. When you go there, you'll get the details on how to do that. And when you get across the arrow, you will get 10% off everything, which I've got 10% off all these. Well, the ones I got from Arrow. And also, you're going to have such a good time checking their Instagram page out. Absolutely brilliant. So I want to thank Gary Watson, Matt Chapman, and Paul and Rach for helping me out with this video. So thanks for watching. You take care, especially you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.